Dennis Ilbay, ich gratuliere dir zum Kampf zu deinem Titel. Dein Vater ist der beste Coach.
What if I told you that one of Europe's most feared crime bosses didn't come from the streets of crime or the back alleys of Moscow, but from a greengrocer's stall in Cologne? Necati Arabaci, or Neko, wasn't born into power. He built it, and the way he did it, it will send shivers down your spine. Behind nightclub doors and velvet ropes, Arabaci saw opportunity where others saw chaos. He wasn't the loudest in the room, but he was the one pulling the strings behind it. In just a few years, he would transform from a local enforcer into the architect of a worldwide criminal empire. This is the story of how one man rose through the shadows to command fear across borders, and why authorities still struggle to stop him. From greengrocer to gatekeeper of the night, Arabaci was born on February 14, 1972, in Cologne, West Germany, to a Turkish immigrant family. Early on, nothing about his life suggested the empire he would one day rule. He worked as a greengrocer, a modest, honest trade. But the shadows of Cologne's red light district cast a long influence. The nightlife scene in Cologne during the 1990s was chaotic, violent, and full of opportunity for those willing to take it. Arabaci didn't just fall into it. He studied it. He started by supplying products to local clubs and brothels, giving him regular access to bouncers, club owners, and more importantly, their vulnerabilities. Slowly, he gained their trust, and then their fear. By the late 1990s, Arabaci had inserted himself in the nightclub security scene, where bouncers weren't just door guards, they were gatekeepers of criminal ecosystems. He quickly rose through the ranks, using brute force and business sense to control key nightclubs. Through intimidation, loyalty, and ruthless discipline, he seized control of who came in, who got protection, and who got punished. The Hells Angels power play. Arabaci's biggest power move came in the early 2000s, when he aligned with the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, one of the most feared criminal organizations in the world. This wasn't just any alliance. The Hells Angels are infamous for their strict codes, violent enforcement, and vast international networks. Gaining their trust and respect was no small feat. It required a mix of strength, intelligence, and ruthless efficiency. By 2010, Arabaci had climbed the ranks to become president of the Hells Angels MC Nomads Turkey, a chapter that extended its influence across Europe and parts of the Middle East. This position gave him access to an extensive criminal network, from drug trafficking routes to money laundering schemes. His leadership style combined fear and loyalty. He was known to reward those who were fiercely loyal but crushed any opposition without hesitation. This earned him not only a fearsome reputation, but also a loyal army of operatives across multiple countries. Through the Hells Angels, Arabaci expanded his empire beyond Cologne's borders, turning local control into a multinational syndicate. This alliance was a strategic power play. It gave him a global brand and protection that few criminal figures could match. The fall and the rise again. In 2002, German law enforcement finally caught up with Arabaci. After years of operating in the shadows, he was arrested on a laundry list of serious charges, including pimping, human trafficking, extortion, assault, and illegal weapons possession. The arrest marked a major blow to his empire, or so authorities thought. By 2004, he was convicted and sentenced to 9 years in prison, a sentence meant to dismantle his criminal network. But Arabaci's influence was far from broken. Even behind bars, he maintained control over his operations, issuing orders through trusted assistants on the outside. During his imprisonment, investigators uncovered a bold plot he had allegedly planned, an attempt to assassinate a prosecutor working against him. Although he was later freed of this charge due to legal technicalities, the discovery sent shockwaves through law enforcement circles. It revealed just how deep and dangerous his reach really was. In 2007, Arabaci was deported to Turkey following his release, a move that some believed would limit his influence. Instead, it marked a new chapter in his career. From abroad, he continued to manage brothels, trafficking operations, and extortion rings across Europe, proving that physical confinement could not contain his ambition. This phase of his life highlighted his resilience and strategic mind, a criminal kingpin who could adapt, survive, and even thrive when the odds were stacked against him, building an international empire.
Elias Biancalle, mein Freund, ich drücke dir die Daumen und wünsche dir viel Erfolg bei deinem Kampf.
After his 2007 deportation to Turkey, many believed Arabaci's criminal career would be over. But instead, he used his new base to expand his influence internationally. From Turkey, he managed a vast network of brothels, drug trafficking routes, and extortion operations that stretched across Europe, particularly in Germany and Spain. His ability to coordinate across borders made him a high-priority target for law enforcement agencies throughout the continent. In 2015, Spanish authorities issued a European Union-wide arrest warrant against him, accusing Arabaci of managing a criminal organization involved in serious crimes such as extortion, drug trafficking, and management of brothels. Yet despite these warrants, Arabaci remained hard to catch, continuing to dodge capture and maintain control from behind the scenes. His operations reflected a sophisticated understanding of international crime, blending violence with business tactics to stay one step ahead. The empire he built from deportation proved that physical borders were no barrier to his ambition. The viral outlaw. In recent years, Necati Arabaci has become an unlikely social media sensation. Despite his dark criminal past, videos of him showing off luxury cars, designer clothes, and private jets have gone viral on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. His online presence showcases a lifestyle many only dream of, complete with extravagant parties, lavish mansions, and exotic locations, most notably in Monaco. What's striking is the way some younger audiences idolize him, often portraying Arabaci as a rebellious tragic hero, a modern-day outlaw who outsmarted the system. His charisma and apparent confidence online have blurred the lines between fear and fascination. Social media has turned him from a feared underworld figure into a controversial celebrity. Authorities warn that this glamorization can dangerously romanticize organized crime, hiding the violence and exploitation behind the scenes. Nevertheless, Arabaci's digital footprint continues to grow, reinforcing his influence not just in the criminal world, but also in popular culture. The Money Machine.
Pardon, merhaba. Aracınız çok güzelmiş de ne iş yapıyorsunuz acaba? Peki, teşekkür ederim.
Necati Arabaci's criminal enterprises have made him one of the wealthiest figures associated with the Hells Angels. Estimates place his net worth at around $70 million as of 2024. This immense fortune is believed to come from a wide layout of illegal activities, most notably from managing brothels across Germany and Spain, which generate huge profits under his control. In addition to prostitution rings, Arabaci has been heavily involved in drug trafficking and the illegal arms trade, both of which contribute significantly to his financial empire. Beyond direct criminal activities, he has invested in luxury real estate and businesses, particularly in Turkey and Monaco, helping to launder and grow his wealth. His lifestyle, often displayed on social media, showcases expensive cars, yachts, and private jets, all symbols of the power that his criminal network has afforded him. Despite multiple arrests and international warrants, Arabaci's financial influence continues to expand, making him a shadow kingpin who operates with near license. Necati Arabaci's rise from a modest background to becoming a central figure in Europe's criminal underworld is evidence of his strategic sharpness and ruthless ambition. He wasn't born into power or privilege. Instead, he built his empire piece by piece, navigating dangerous alliances and outsmarting law enforcement at every turn. His story exposes the dark underbelly of organized crime in Europe, where borders mean little and influence is the ultimate currency. Despite numerous arrests, convictions, and international manhunts, Arabaci has managed to maintain his grip on power, adapting his methods to dodge capture and continues expanding his network. His legacy is a chilling reminder of how criminal organizations can evolve and continue, thriving in the shadows of global society. As authorities continue to chase him, the question remains, how many more Necatises are out there, ready to rise from uncertainty to control the underworld? The story of Necati Arabaci is far from over, and his impact on Europe's criminal landscape will be felt for years to come. If you found the story as shocking as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon because there's a whole world of underground power moves and untold criminal empires still to uncover. Drop a comment below. Do you think Necati Arabaci will ever truly be stopped? Or is he just the beginning of something even darker? Stay tuned, the underworld never sleeps, and neither do we.